One of the most moving testimonies for me this year came from Joseph Rojas, founder of the Dove Award-winning band Seventh-day Slumber, whose mission is to reach disenfranchised and hurting youth with the hope of Christ. That hope became a lifeline for Joseph, who grew up in a very abusive home. He was raised by a single mother after his father was arrested when Joseph was just 3.5. At 12, he turned to drugs and alcohol. By the age of 21, with a $400 a day cocaine habit, he chose suicide as the only way out.
I had just taken enough cocaine that I knew was going to stop my heart. By this point, cocaine wouldn't even get me high anymore. I was ready to end it all. My mother walked in. I overdosed. She called the paramedics and was screaming and crying out to God. He promised me, and just praying. I don't know what all she was saying, but it was in the back of the ambulance that I felt the hand of God. And it was more than something that I had seen on, Christian television or someone read to me in their favorite devotional book. I experienced the hand of God, and it was amazing. And I couldn't speak. I had tubes and wires and everything like that. But I remember speaking from my heart. I don't know what I said, but it was something like, "I'm filthy. I'm damaged. I don't feel like there's anything good at all about me when I look at myself, but God, if you see something you still want, anything good at all, I'll give my life to you." Long story short, I did forgive my father. I prayed for him every day, and my father ended up calling me one day. Said he, just wanted to talk to me. There was some other issues there, and I invited him to Nashville. He ended up coming with us on the bus to one of our concerts, and I said, "I want you to see what God has done in your son's life." And first concert, I started off my testimony like I always do. There was 5,000 people there, and they were all looking at us on a mountain or on a hill. My father was down underneath where I was playing, and he was looking at them. And then I started off my testimony saying, basically, that my father used to abuse my mother, and I was like, "Oh no, my dad's here." And he looked down immediately, like, "This is why my son brought me here, to get me back, payback." But I ended up finishing the story. I felt like I needed to. I finished the story, and then I said, "My father's here at his first Seventh-day Slumber concert." And the crowd cheered for my father. He looked up. He was crying. Then the next night, I gave an altar call, and my father came to the altar, and he gave his life to Jesus.
What would God want with a worthless drug addict and a felon? That's what Joseph wondered. Well, he's been finding out for the last 15 years. God has blessed him with a beautiful wife and 3 children. For 17 years, his band has been reaching out to the lost, the last, the least, and the lonely. In fact, Seventh-day Slumber's latest CD is entitled, "We Are Broken." Jesus said, "I have come to call sinners to turn from their sins, not to spend my time with those who think they're already good enough." When Joseph was 18, his mother made a fresh start, giving her broken life to Christ. She's now seeing her prayers answered and Psalm 51 fulfilled in her son. David wrote, "Wash me clean from my guilt, purify me from my sin. Then I will teach your ways to rebels, and they will return to you." Wouldn't you like to see what your Creator planned for you? We would. Why not call us? Our prayer partners are standing by to help you make a fresh start.